Hey everyone! Today we're diving into the world of horror, suspense, and twists of the franchise that has left its mark on horror cinema, Scream. And now it's time to take a deep dive into Scream 6, the film released in 2023 that brought back the infamous Ghostface. And hey, you know the drill, right? Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our curiosity videos about thrilling movies. Let's go! Scream 6 picks up exactly where Scream 5 left off, with the main characters, Sam and Tara, still dealing with the traumas from their last encounter with the Ghostface killer. This time, they leave Woodsboro behind and move to a much more bustling city, New York. But hold on, if you thought Ghostface was going to let peace reign, think again. That's where the surprises start. In the big city, Ghostface returns with full force, armed with an intensity and brutality even more ferocious than before. As soon as the film begins, we're already surprised by a new dynamic to the killings. The opening scene, which usually sets the tone for horror and suspense in previous films, takes a unique twist here. For the first time in the franchise, the killer reveals his face right at the beginning of the movie. And no, that's not a spoiler. It's part of the storyline that makes us even more intrigued. This change shocks fans and makes us question everything we know about Ghostface. Who's the real villain? The opening scene is loaded with tension, with a fast-paced rhythm that leaves everyone breathless, and introduces us to a new Ghostface, more daring and disturbing. And here comes the question: is this Ghostface smarter, or just more ruthless? One of Scream 6's greatest highlights is how it plays with psychological fear. Now that we're in a huge city, New York, where everything is unpredictable, Ghostface can now strike anywhere, in a crowded subway, on busy streets, or even in small claustrophobic apartments. The setting is perfect for creating a new atmosphere, different from anything we've seen in previous movies, bringing the idea that in a metropolis, no one is truly safe. And the scariest part is that at various points, Ghostface blends into the crowd, creating a sense of paranoia, making us feel that he could be anyone, anywhere. Throughout the film, we see Sam, the protagonist, trying to deal with her dark connection to the past. If you've seen the previous films, you'll remember that Sam is the daughter of Billy Loomis, the original killer, and that legacy is heavy. In Scream 6, this relationship is explored in depth, as Sam begins to be haunted by Billy's ghost, reminding her of her dark side. This creates a very interesting psychological conflict, as Sam starts questioning who she really is, a victim or a potential killer. This duality adds a deep psychological touch to the film while increasing the tension for the audience. It's as if the film is asking, is the horror only out there, or is it also inside us? Sam's younger sister, Tara, played by the talented Jenna Ortega, also has a notable character development. In Scream 5, she was the victim of Ghostface, but now, in Scream 6, she refuses to be defined by her trauma. Tara wants to live her life without fear, and in many moments, confronts Ghostface himself with surprising bravery. It's as if the film is telling us that horror can strengthen us, preparing us for what's ahead. And it's precisely this determination that makes Tara such an interesting and empowered character. She's the force that challenges fear. Now, if you've been a fan of the franchise since the beginning, get ready, because Scream 6 brings a delightful dose of nostalgia, while also updating the story for a new generation. Besides the new characters, the film brings back familiar faces. Kirby Reed, who survived the attacks in Scream 4, returns as a detective specialized in psychopaths, determined to face Ghostface once more. Kirby represents the old fans, those who know every detail and reference from previous films. Her presence adds a special nostalgic touch, while also serving as support for the new victims, guiding them in their fight against Ghostface. And of course, we can't forget Courtney Cox's incredible performance as the legendary reporter Gale Weathers. After all she's been through, Gale still has that unbreakable personality, but now she's more determined than ever to end the cycle of violence. However, even with all her experience, she finds herself vulnerable in front of the new Ghostface, which only adds more emotion to the movie. And here's a detail for you to watch closely. Gale is part of one of the film's most intense scenes, a brutal and electrifying fight with Ghostface, showing that even after so many encounters, he can still surprise. Scream 6 is more than a horror movie. It's an analysis of the horror genre itself. The way it deconstructs and pays homage to classic horror and suspense films is brilliant. There are references to numerous iconic films, and the movie even jokes about the rules of horror films, something the Scream franchise has always done masterfully. Characters discuss the famous rules of horror movies, showing how this generation is more aware of cliches, while still vulnerable to falling into them. Scream 6 manages to reinvent itself, delivering a clever story full of twists without ever losing the sarcastic humor that is the franchise's signature. The movie still surprises us with a final revelation about who's behind the mask. And without giving away spoilers, we can say that this revelation is both shocking and disturbing, as it plays with the audience's expectations and adds a new level of complexity to the plot. It's an ending that will leave you thinking, questioning who the real villains are and just how far evil can go. Scream 6 managed to keep the audience on the edge of their seats until the very last second, leaving a taste for more. And if you've made it this far, here's a tip. Scream 6 is a movie worth watching closely. Each scene contains a clue, each line has meaning, and the soundtrack is spine-chilling. The direction team and screenwriters truly outdid themselves in bringing something new to a franchise that already holds a special place in horror fans' hearts. So if you haven't watched it yet, here's your invitation. And for those who have, tell us in the comments what you thought of this new Ghostface and which scene gave you the most chills. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because that helps us a lot. Share this video with your friends who are Scream fans so they can better understand every detail of this story. And stay until the end and click on the next video that appears on the screen to keep following our movie curiosities. See you next time.